Hi, it's Cass. I've just got a big parcel to open and I thought I would show you and give you a bit of a review. So I've got this big box and I know what it is because it says maroon or maroon if you are from another country, and I'll go ahead and open it. What do you think it is? So inside that box was another box. I don't know why they used two boxes. Surely they could have just sent this one with the courier. But they wrapped that box inside that box, and you can see what it is. It's a blender. I've never owned a blender. I've had this poor old food processor over here for about 20 years. It's got no handle. It really struggles doing anything like frozen bananas, and it can't do things like nuts and make nut butter. So when I was at the vegan show on Sunday, I saw this and I'd been looking for a blender, and this one was much cheaper than this. I think this was £250, and the next one up was, I think, the Vitamix, and that's over £600. And I thought, seeing as this is my first ever blender and it's supposed to be high powered and it's supposed to be up with the top three, I thought I'd give it a go. So this is the box it comes in. It did come in black or white or maroon, which I think is actually red. So I prefer a bit of colour in my life, so I ordered the red one. And here's a few details about it. State of the art. State of the art. What does that mean? And it's got timers and wet and dries, and it crushes ice and a high-speed motor, and etc. And it came with a 7-year warranty, which I thought was pretty good. It was a part of the show package, 7-year warranty, and there should be inside there some vouchers and things. So let's open it up and have a look. And inside we have, please recycle. We have only one globe. That is so true. So I'm glad that can be recycled. We've got a recipe book or instructions. This is nice. There's a vegan recipe there. We don't want the chicken one. We don't want the one with the eggs in it. But anyway, I'll have a look through that and see what they've got to suggest. And here is some vouchers. Organic, 2 free organic vegetable boxes. First box is free and your fourth box is free. I love that it says Love Me Blender. We've got the certificate in here, the warranty. It's supposed to be for 7 years because, yeah, it is 7-year unlimited. And the jug. The blender consists of a motor, a base unit and a jug, and workmanship, or as a result of normal wear and tear from ordinary household use. Great. So if the jug falls apart in the next 7 years, I'll replace it. That's good. Here we've got some instructions. I'm not sure what's to... No, oh, it's got a few buttons on it, so, and it's got a tamper here. And names of parts, quick guide, operating instructions, cleaning, international guarantee card. Well, that's good because that's the standard guarantee for 2 years. Good that it's international because I might not live in the UK for the next 7 years while the warranty is covered. Right, what else do we have? Okay, this is the tamper unit. I think it's called a tamper, anyway, for poking down stuff that might get stuck around the sides. Now we're getting to the business end of things. Here's the jug. This is a 8 cups. What's that? 2 litres? Yeah, 2 litres. It's a 2 litre jug. And the lid. Oof. Oh, one of these horrible styrofoam things. Ugh. Lid. It's a pretty standard looking blender lid. And, oh gosh, the motor unit's upside down. I'm going to have to... Oh no, it's not. It just looks really heavy. So I'm going to have to stop filming and get that out. So it's got some protective plastic around it. Oh, it's just pulls off, great. And a little plasticky protective bit. Oh, that's just to, oh, I guess you, okay. Yeah, that's to protect that. You can see the buttons on the front. It's got the cushion on the top, which you have to make sure it's got all the water taken off it before you start blending, otherwise it can get sucked inside into the motor. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. It's got the cable all nicely. So I've unboxed it, I've unwrapped it. The cable's got, well, one of those protective things on the end. There we go. So let's plug it in. It's in the off position. I'll turn it on. I'm going to assume, I haven't read the instructions, but I'm going to assume that if I turn it on, something will light up. Great, the switch lit up. And I'm not going to run it yet because I do want to give it a rinse out first. But that's how it will all fit together. Quite neat. Got a base and a jug. I've just read all the instructions, not that there are many. Mostly to do with safety and what all these little buttons are for. These ones across here, 35, 60 and 90 are preset cycles. Low, medium and high are just different blending speeds, and pulse is when you want to pulse. So it's all pretty simple. And I've just put some water in there because I just want to give it a go first of all and a bit of a rinse at the same time. So let's see what happens. I'm expecting it to be loud. Let's try low. That's not too bad actually. Press any button to turn it off again. Let's try medium. And let's try, oh, I turned that off there, but actually you can press any button to stop it. Let's try high. Let's see what pulse does. Oh, I see. So when I press it, probably need to actually hold it at the top when you hit the pulse button so it doesn't jump around quite so much. It's the same. It did say in the instruction booklet that those 3 settings there were mostly for commercial, where you need to perhaps make a smoothie in a shop, and so you just put the ingredients in and you set it on the preset cycle, and then you can walk away and it'll turn itself off when it's done. Using these ones, you just press it to start it and you just touch any button again to stop it. So I'm quite impressed with that. Now I'll have to decide what to blend up for my first actual, can't decide. Should I make some almond butter, cashew butter? Should I make a smoothie? I thought, what could be better than nice cream? So in the blender I've got 3 frozen bananas, which I do recommend you peel them and chop them before you freeze them. I've made the mistake in the past of freezing whole bananas and then you've got to chop them up while they're frozen and try to get the skin off, and it's really not very sensible. So just chop them up. Very, very ripe bananas with black spots on them because they're very sweet then, all the sugars are fully developed. And I've also got 1.5 cups of frozen cherries in there. So let's see what happens. I'll start it off on low. Right, because there's no liquid in the bottom, I might have to use the, wow, it looks, I'm not sure whether it's a sort of like a short Star Wars or a magic wand. I guess it's a magic wand. It was great. Blending on high is the way to go. I tasted it and it wasn't quite cherry flavoured enough, so I put another cup of cherries in. And just look at the consistency. Oh, that looks great. What's it taste like? Still not really strongly cherry flavoured, it's quite subtle, the cherry flavour. And seeing as I love cherries so much, I think that's, I'd rather eat the cherries than lose them and have such a subtle flavour in the ice cream. I'm going to eat some of this now and freeze some of it. And then I've got some ice cream in the fridge. Yay! So I think this blend is a success. Fantastic. Look how delicious that looks. My first batch of blended food and ice cream. It's a little bit tricky to get the ice cream out of the blender. It doesn't pour out easily, so I'm not sure what the trick is to that. But that's done, and I'm going to freeze this one in the freezer. I'm going to eat this one because this one is just my size. Yum.